Biomedical engineer in the hospital environment. Project description. Introduce the student to the hospital environment to learn about the various functions of biomedical engineer within a hospital. Objectives. Give elements of judgment to the student so that he can define his specialization and/or area of work according to the interests that attract the students the most. Teach the technical procedures for servicing various medical equipment through knowledge of the safety standards, epidemiology, administrative processes, facilitate the performance of tasks for a real service. Goals. The student will be able to propose solutions to give fluidity to the administrative and/or technical processes with what has been learned. Learn the regulations that exist for the inventory through the preparation of these. Learn the performance of preventive maintenance according to routines and procedures established by the manufacturer. Registering in the revision sheets in the equipment in which they exist from the manufacturer. Learn the importance of documenting all corrective, preventive, or predictive actions by filling out service orders. Learn the importance of training and its problems when it has not been effective. Development of project. I divided in 8 parts, which is what I have learned till today. Knowledge of the regulations in general. Taking induction courses on health and safety protection in the hospital. Knowledge of the different areas of the hospital. Knowledge of the different equipment that the hospital has and how to carry out the inventory. Blackboard classes on the basic and general operation of the equipment. Electrocardiograph, which is divided in reading the manual and learn how to give preventive service. Transducers, which is divided in learn how are they effective in biomedicine and learn the different types of transducers that biomedicine needs. Incubators. Results. In this image, we can see a sticker that every machine and equipment in the hospital has, where we can find the name of the equipment, the brand, the model, the serial number, and the number of identification which is given by the hospital. Basically, what I needed to do was to go to each area and room of the hospital, taking notes of the information on the sticker of every equipment that was inside the room, hospital beds, infusion bombs, monitors, etc. Also, I needed to document if it was functioning properly and if the sticker wasn't damaged. Here we can see an example of what we did on a laryngoscope case. We documented if the case had every piece that has marked on the top of the case and if they were working. For example, here we can see that the light is on. Here we can see the preventive service that I did to an electrocardiograph. In the first image, we can see the steps that we need to follow. For example, functional proof, dismantle, internal review, cleaning, to put everything back together, another functional proof to see if it's still working, and deliberation, which include the filling of a service sheet. Here we can see the electrocardiograph working with a simulator. Here we can see the internals of it, and here we are cleaning it with some medical air. And here I'm testing the voltage of the battery, which is this one, and we needed to change it because the voltage was very low. Here we can see the beginning of a transducer class that my tutor gave me, where he explained to me which are the most common for biomedics and how each one worked. In these images, we can see the preventive service that we did to an incubator, which included all the steps I mentioned before, but in this case with a bigger machine. Evaluation. Every activity that my tutor has made me do has the purpose of teaching me something new. I think that my stay in the hospital had good teachings from administrative learning to how to give service to some of the equipment that they use in the hospital. Conclusions. In conclusion, I can say that I have achieved the main objectives and goals that my tutor has proposed. I have learned the importance of doing paperwork and inventory. Also, why it's important to know the basis of how different equipment works, the importance of giving them preventive service, and that we need to change equipment if it starts malfunctioning while it's in use with a patient.